what's up? This past weekend was the start of the 2016 Summer Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. For the last 4 years since London, Brazil has been in the news for the various problems surrounding them hosting the Olympics. This past Friday, all eyes were fixed on what Brazil was going to do for its opening ceremony, and was it going to be able to top London and Sochi? To answer that question, no. No, Brazil was not able to top the previous Olympic opening ceremony, but that doesn't mean it wasn't any less enjoyable to watch either. And now I want to share with you some of the highlights of the opening ceremony. The opening ceremony began with a weird performance involving giant silver bags. It was weird. That's all I've got on that one. The string rope ballet performance that was performed by the descendants of the natives that inhabited Brazil long ago. That whole performance reminded me a bit of Alien, and I was tempted to, on Twitter, to tweet, did Ridley Scott direct that bit? Speaking of Twitter, there was a debate going on about just who was the first person to fly. Was it Brazil or was it the US? While watching, I found out that Brazil is the home of jazz, as this is evident from their national anthem and of course the iconic The Girl from Ipanema. You know, I had to mention this sometime or later. Giselle Bouchon's taking the world's longest catwalk in the history of modeling. That was not a bad way to end her great career. Dancing is a big part of Brazilian culture, and during the opening ceremony, there was plenty of that going on. Next, we move into the longest section of the opening ceremony, the Parade of Nations. Like Giselle, this has to have been the longest Parade of Nations in Olympic history. It was great to see Michael Phelps carrying the flag for Team USA. In this, his first ever appearance in the Parade of Nations. Michael has never partaken in the past because swimming usually begins the very next day. From the many outfits I saw during the parade, it seemed that yellow was a very popular color. I wonder why that could be. The internet went crazy over the flag bearer of Tonga, who basically broke and won the internet. What was very inspiring about the Parade of Nations this time around was that towards the end, the inclusion of the refugee Olympians. 10 athletes from war-torn countries all gathered together to show everyone that through everything that they have endured, they were still able to keep their Olympic dreams alive. And of course, last but not least, Brazil showed up and the party really got to kick off. The president of the International Olympic Committee gave a wonderful speech about how peace is very important and that how the games are there to help unite everyone together as well. And now we come to the close of the opening ceremony. Each Olympic Games has had a unique way of displaying the 5 iconic rings. In London, they were forged from molten steel. In Sochi, the now famous snowflake malfunction, and Brazil with palm tree shaped rings. The Olympic Games haven't truly begun until the cauldron is lit. This time, the cauldron was lit by past Olympic runner Vandeliri de Lima, who in 2004 in Athens, Greece, while running the marathon, was attacked and unfortunately went from first place to third, winning bronze. Because of that attack, he was also awarded the Pierre de Coubertin Sportsmanship Award as well. In the past, the Olympic cauldrons have been huge towering landmarks. But Rio, as I found out while watching the opening ceremony, they are very conscientious about global warming. Instead of it being a huge, massive landmark, they decided to go for a simple little pot that's designed to emit lower CO2 emissions and produce a smaller flame as well. Also, in what I think may or may not be a nod to London is the kinetic sculpture that goes along with the cauldron that was designed by Anthony Howe. And there you have it, my rundown of the opening ceremony of the 2016 Summer Games in Rio. In the comments below, why don't you tell me if you watched the entire ceremony and which athletes you are looking forward to see medal as well. Alright, until next time, I hope you are all doing well and that you will be tuned in to Rio for the next 2 weeks like I will be. Thanks again for watching and take care. Bye guys. Bye.